He turned to the bird, who shook his shiny head consideringly. "Master," he squawked, "I would say at a glance that this is a creature of a neighbouring kingdom. In fact, master, I would say with fair certainty that this is Queenie, monarch of the land of that wood imp Chucklegorgon. Of course, if she was so disposed, I could introduce her to you." The queen was startled by the mention of the jester. Filled with shame and a certain amount of trepidation, she left the shadows to face the giant. His great eyes were kindly. "My name is Tumblehorn," he said, then gestured to the bird. "This is Marcus Gildenhand. And you are Queenie of the little kingdom," she said in a small voice. He smiled hospitably. "You must be hungry. Let me fetch you some food, and then we can talk." The queen didn't refuse. The giant disappeared into a dark corner from which could be heard clatterings and ladlings. Marcus drew one eyelid slowly down over a beady, knowing eye. "Mistress," he softly intoned, "you have no need to fear my master. Though larger and brawnier than most, he will not harm you." He pointed to the other cages with the tip of a bronze wing. "We all owe our lives to him. He rescued me when my egg was stolen by a squirrel," said one. "I fell in a pond at nightfall in winter and would have frozen to death but for him," said another. "A strong wind battered me and broke my wing," yet another cawed softly. "The giant took me in until it was mended. My mother was killed by a fox, and I would have starved to death if it hadn't been for Tumblehorn," piped the smallest. The queen smiled. Their tales filled her with hope. Surely such a kind giant would help her, wouldn't he? Tumblehorn brought Queenie a bowl of soup and some bread. The bowl was as large as a small trough, and the spoon with which she was furnished would, she thought, have been more suited to digging over Falklemud's prize Grunzel patch. "I suppose you think that's funny," she said, brandishing it aloft, her courage now fully restored. The giant smiled sheepishly. "I apologize, Your Majesty. It's the smallest I have. I only do for myself here, you see. Very rarely do I have visitors." "Never mind," she returned, a little ungraciously, and forgetting all manners, she knelt beside the bowl and proceeded to slurp the rich, warming broth. When she had finished, she felt happy and warm, ready even to tolerate the impudence of a giant. "Sir, your food is very good," she said. "Thank you," he replied. "Now you seem to be in a better humour. Perhaps you will tell me why you have taken to roaming the wood at such dangerous hours." Queenie told him of the plague that was stealing their food, of the unrest among men and animals alike, and of her jester's strangeness and his disappearance,